Whiskey 4, Bravo, Kilo, X-ray. Handle here is Robert.
Roger, Robert, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
Roger, Robert, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
I'm located right between Chattanooga and Knoxville, right here in the state of Tennessee.
Roger, Roger, and what radio are you running?
Roger, Roger, and what radio are you running?
I'm utilizing the 991 Alpha. I got a Heil headset, Pro 7, running into an amplifier, Maritron 811, and putting out about 350 watts right now.
Okay, and that 991A, that's like a newer radio, Roger?
991A, is that like a newer radio, Roger?
This one's new. This is my second unit. I've got one for POTA, and I put this one on the air. This is the first time on the air here as I'm speaking to you.
Oh, Roger, well, congratulations. And does it have an adjustable transmit bandwidth, the TBW? We want to be in that 100 to 2900 or the best bandwidth possible, you know, as long as it doesn't go over 2900. 100 to 2900 is the preferred transmit bandwidth, Roger.
2900 is the preferred transmit bandwidth, Roger.
I assume that would be in the single sideband portion of the menu. I'm going there now, and I'll check the bandwidth as I get to it there, W4BKX.
Right, be a transmit sideband, and should be right in that area there, I think.
Band, and should be right in that area there, I think.
Got the low cut slope and high cut frequency, high cut slope. Not real familiar with the radio yet, but working on this again. Don't know much a whole about the radio, so I'll have to take a look and maybe try to figure that one out.
Yeah, just take a note on that. We want it in that 100 to 2900 because we want the transmitter to perform at its maximum. And what it does, 100 to 2900, gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's living room, you know. 100 to 2900 gives you just a little bit of edge not to you wind up in somebody else's conversation. So that's the good thing about it. Now, what happens on the other side, if you're below that, you start to roll off your top end. You're rolling off the bottom end too, but you're rolling off the top end, and there goes the neighborhood as far as articulation. Articulation is mostly upper end, top end audio frequencies. I call them the S range, and we want to be just all that we can be right in there for intelligibility. So 100 to 2900 on the transmit bandwidth, and then a compressor on at about a 3. Out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how that's labeled. And I'm assuming you'll be taking notes on this. 3 out of 10 if you're 0 to 10, 30 out of 100 if you're 0 to 100 on your compressor input, Roger.
100 on your compressor input, Roger.
I am writing as you speak. I've been listening in on you. I've had a few notes you've been dishing out, and I appreciate all your time and effort here for sure.
Yes, sir. And then once you get that, move into your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the word audio, adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running 2/3 or 7. I'm not really sure about that, but somewhere either 7 or 2/3 to the right of middle anyway. And that will be at the best place for you to be that. and you can just say the word audio. You don't have to worry about the back half of that word. The main part is audio. And I spent, like months trying to find the right word to say just to set your modulation level. And it turns out the word is audio. Audio. The first part of that, the and if you look at on a spectrum analyzer, it's just wall-to-wall signals. So it does cover a big signal strength area. I mean, as far as a frequency meter, and so that's why I chose that word, Roger.
And so that's why I chose that word, Roger.
Okay, Roger. All right. You want me to go ahead and start with the audio?
Sure, yeah, just say it. Don't stress it real much. Just say it just like you would say any other word in a QSO, Roger.
Just say it just like you would say any other word in a QSO, Roger.
Audio, 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 audio. And I'm watching the meter as we're going through the word audio, and I'm peaking at about 5 out of a scale of 1 to 9 on the meter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you can just say audio. Don't worry about the back half. The back half of the word is not good. The first half, audio. It's tough to do that, but is the best part. But don't stress it like I just did. Just say like you would in a normal QSO.
Like I just did. Just say like you would in a normal QSO.
Roger that. Audio. 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 Audio.
All right, and then if you would, why don't you tell me about your antenna system and let me listen to you and see what that sounds like.
And let me listen to you and see what that sounds like.
We might have doubled just a little bit there. What I want you to do is just tell me about the best thing you like about your radio for about 15 seconds, and let me listen to you.
Your radio for about 15 seconds, and let me listen to you.
Okay, I'm stepping on you.
As I've come accustomed to the Yaesu product, and very easy for me to get where I need to. Never really dealt with the audio side of it, like just ran across you talking about doing this for purposes of helping folks with their audio. So I thought I'd just jump in there because I've never done this before with the radio. I've never really had bad reports, so don't know if there's improvements to be made. I'm hopeful there is, always hopeful that I want to have a nice clean signal. And but really love the radio. It's done me well. I've had others, and I'm just very happy with it. It's a great shack in the box. So everything I want to do on ham radio, this box does for me. I love all the features. So that's what I got to say about my radio, W4BKX.
Roger, BKX, and that name there is Robert. Roger?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay, I'm copying the mail now on my 7300, and 70. It's all filters are off, and it is what it is. Just beautiful signal. You could use just a little more top end. I would suggest maybe 3 clicks more treble, 3 to 4 clicks more treble than where you are. But everything else sounds just beautiful now that I'm listening on the 7300. Roger.
I like that. Fine business. Fine business. I attribute that to absolutely this Heil microphone. I'm very pleased with that as well. The headset, the Pro 7 headset. I've gotten quite a few good reports, so I attribute that to being the reason I've got the audio.
Yes, sir. Well, I have a spectrum analyzer on the set, and the receiver's all audio is going through into the spectrum analyzer. So if you want to see your curve, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, be cut number 1 in that series of 3000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, and you can look at that spectrum analyzer. And let me just tell you about that. There's a mark way to the left-hand side of the spectrum analyzer, and that's 100 cycles. And then moving out to the right side, the first mark to the right side, it's a white mark, first mark to the right side is 1 kc, then there's a blank space, which is 2 kc, and then there's another white mark, and that's 4 kc, so you can see your curve pretty good there, Roger.
Fine business. I really appreciate you going through all that for me there. That's great. I'll definitely take a look at the video, and I sure appreciate your time, sir.
Roger, Robert. Well, gosh, let me say 73 to you, sir. And you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday after you crank in all that stuff. We'll see what it sounds like. Should sound great. And with that being said, we have got to get out of here. We're rolling out early today. Usually we go to 5 o'clock, but we have a couple of appointments that we have to keep this afternoon, so we need to get out of here now. So we'll say 3s to everybody. And if you participated in today's show and want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to that recording, be cut number 1 in a series of 3000. I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. And that being said, we got to get out of here, and we return this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is KC9VKV Clear.